Hi guys, it's day 2 of the 21-day yoga challenge. I hope you guys found the time to practice the Sukshma Vyayam that I shared yesterday. Like I promised, we'll be continuing with yoga basics today as well. Today we'll be focusing on the Surya Namaskars. Now I'm sure that many of you may have practiced the Surya Namaskars earlier. Today we'll be focusing on some of the finer details of the sequence of the 10 asanas that constitute the Surya Namaskar. And you could probably take a look at whether you're doing it right. So let's get started. So come to the top of your mat. Let's stand in Samasthiti. So bring your feet together and your arms are extended downward. Now make sure your weight is equally distributed on the feet. So just divide your feet imaginary into 4 portions, that is the front, the back and the 2 sides. Let's start with the back. So put full weight on your heels of the feet. And then to bring your awareness to the front portion, bring your toes up and then stand on the mound of your feet. So adjust your arch of the foot comfortably and then press the toes down. And make sure you have equal weight on the sides of the feet as well as on the inside of the foot. The arms are extended downward, the shoulders slightly rolled back, the chin is parallel to the floor, and make sure that your tailbone is tucked in. So you're not like this, the hips are not protruded outward, but your tailbone is gently tucked in and your chest is out. So this is the Samasthiti. Next, we move on to Namaskarasana. So you bring your hands to heart center in the Namaste pose. Now, as we inhale, we move the hands up to Hasta Uttanasana. Make sure that your biceps are touching the ear and extend the hands up such that your trunk gets a good extension. Okay. You can join your hands to Urdhva Namaskarasana and then gently bend back. Now, usually what people do when they bend back is that they either do like an extreme back bend, which is not required, or what they do is they protrude their hips out like this and extend the chest out. So this would also be wrong. We don't want to be doing that. The correct way would be to just extend from your upper back. So extend from the upper back such that your chest gets an expansion, and then you can either be looking at the rising sun or you can look up at your palms. So a gentle back bend is sufficient. And next we move on to Uttanasana, that is bending forward and touching the ground, or to Padahastasana. So from Urdhva Hastanasana, as we exhale, we bend down, keeping the head parallel to the hands, hinge from the waist and reach down to Padahastasana. So reach down wherever possible. If you're not able to reach the mat, it's absolutely okay if you place your hands on the shin. And even if this extension is too much for you, it's absolutely okay if you bend the knees to reach the ground, but do not curve the back to reach your hands down. Just all the while making sure that your back is straight. If not, you can always use some bricks. So keep the bricks beside your feet. If this is too high for you, you can adjust the height of the bricks to suit your comfort. Or as you progress, as you improve your stretchability and flexibility, then you can keep reducing the size of the bricks. You can even use a half brick. If not the bricks, you can always place your hands on your shin or the sides of your calf, and then to complete the posture, you will bring the abdomen towards the thighs, touching the thighs, and then the chest towards the knee, and bend the head down. And from here, we move on to take our right leg completely back to Ashwa Sanchalanasana, or the equestrian pose. Now make sure that you draw the foot out, the toes backward, such that your shin is completely rested on the mat. And now a common thing that people do is lunge forward a lot. So making this angle with the knee and the ankle. We don't want to be doing that. We just want to make sure that the knee is right above the ankle and your hands are rested. Your back leg is extended out. You're looking forward as you inhale. So moving on from here, you tuck your toe in and lift the knee up. Then take the left leg back alongside the right leg and come to a full plank as you exhale. Now, in the plank position, make sure that your shoulders are right above your wrists, your core is active, your glutes are active, the thigh muscles and the calves are also active. Now, in the plank, you don't want to have your hips lying too low or too high. So, you just want your body like a solid plank. And also, you don't want to rest on your shoulders like this. You want to keep the shoulders active such that the shoulder blades are moving away from each other and you have a very, very strong stance. Now, from the plank or the Dandasan, we drop the knees, the chest, and the chin down to Ashtanga Namaskar. Or you can also rest your forehead. Now, while coming to this posture from Dandasan, you first drop the knees down and lunge slightly forward such that the weight is on your arms completely. And do not take the elbows out, but take the elbows towards your body and then drop your chest down, chin down. It is ideal to hold the breath in this posture so we don't inhale or exhale. But in case you're a beginner, then I would recommend you do an inhalation and exhalation so that you get a little bit of a breather. In this posture, you will notice that there are 8 parts of the body touching the floor. That is both your toes, your knees, your hands, your chest and your chin. Now, which is why it is called Ashtanga Namaskar. Your belly button is off the ground and your hips are upward. And again, in this posture, make sure that your shoulders are not crouched, but they are drawn back by pressing your palms into the mat. Now from here, you slide forward and bring up the chest as you inhale. Draw out the toes such that your feet are rested again on the mat and come up to Bhujangasana. So it's absolutely okay if you just come up till your last rib. But if you want a little bit more of an extension, so you can come up till your navel to Bhujangasana, or you can also come up completely by extending your hands out or keeping the elbows just slightly bent. But make sure that you again don't have your shoulders coming up like this, but they are relaxed and they are drawn back and out. The chest is nicely expanded between your arms. Now, most people find it difficult to join their heels in Bhujangasana, which is actually the complete posture. So as a beginner, it's okay if you have a little bit of distance between your feet, but as you progress, try to bring your feet together. Now, moving on from Bhujangasana, we press the palms into the mat, tuck the toes in, and come up to Parvatasana or Adho Mukha Shavasana. Extend the hips up completely to the ceiling and make sure you're pushing the hands such that your back is completely straight and extended. So you should really feel an extension right from the hip to your hands. It should feel like a single connection. Now, if you're not able to place your heels on the mat, it's absolutely okay. And if you're finding even this extension too much for your legs, then you can always modify to bend the knees a little bit and come on your toes. Now from Adho Mukha Shavasana, bring your right leg in between your hands again to Ashvasanchalanasana as you inhale. Look up and extend your feet out, the toes out, such that your shin is rested on the mat. So another common thing that I see is when people are coming from Adho Mukha Shavasana, they end up placing their feet way behind their hands because they're not able to extend it till here. Now in this case, instead of bringing your hands back to adjust the posture, you just use your hand to walk your leg such that your foot comes in between the hands for Ashvasanchalanasana. And then from here, we tuck the toe in, lift the knee up, and as you exhale, bring both the feet together. So bend your knees if you need to, and then bring your head down. Extend the knees out to complete Padhastasana and exhale here. Now as you inhale, extend the hands out, bringing the biceps next to the ear and come up to Hasta Uttanasana. Slightly bend back, joining your palms and come back to Namaskar Asana as you exhale. So this completes Surya Namaskar on one leg, which is half the cycle. We did it using the right leg. So we took the right leg back and we brought it back forward. So you will need to do the same asana. You repeat it on the other side using the left leg. And from here, we come back to Namaskar Asana to complete the cycle.